Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. Point out my shirt. I forgot to point it out yesterday. Yesterday it was Juan Deere because a friend of mine went to Mexico and he bought me the shirt. And instead of John Deere, it was Juan Deere. But you couldn't see it because it was just a little emblem. But anyway, today we have lots of birthdays. First off is my niece Brianna's 24th birthday, but she doesn't watch my channel. So what's the rule? You're right. You don't watch me, you don't get a song. But Donna Pizzoli, today's your birthday, and you watch me, and you let me know it was your birthday, so you'll get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donna. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I have lots to say today, so I took notes. You might want to leave when I have to take notes. But I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And it's also Linda Jocelyn's birthday, too. Linda, you knew I wouldn't forget you. You knew it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And on top of all of that, we have an anniversary. Barbara Runnels, it's your birthday, but you didn't let me know your husband's name. But you still get a song. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. It was funny because, well, I don't know, David, my grandson, has been driving now, I don't know, probably 9 months. It took him a while. He never was in a hurry to get his driver's license. And Gina Pearson was texting me last night about something, and I texted her back and I said, how did I put it? I'm on the ride of my life or something. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous or something like that because I've driven with David in the daytime and he's perfectly fine. But I drove with him at night and it was dark. Now, I don't have the best night vision anyhow. I don't drive at night because of my night vision. They told me after I had my cataract surgery I'd be able to see at night better. I do see better, but I don't feel safe driving, so I don't drive at night. But Jim drives really well at night, so I don't have a problem with that. But David, he was like really making me nervous because he made an impulse buy with his, I think I told you this, but an impulse buy with his graduation money, and he spent $750 on a TV. I said, David, you need to get a new car, not a new car, but new to you car, like a better used car, because he's driving a 2002 Explorer right now, which is starting to need a little bit of work. And I said, rather than put money into that car, let's get a little bit better car. You got a good job now, you can make a car payment, blah, blah, blah. And I said, because you can't drive a TV to work. And so he called me last night and he says, Grandma, I want to bring the TV back, but I don't know how to do it, and I'm afraid they'll tell me no. Don't worry, Grandma will get you your money back. And he says, well, I think that there's a policy. I said, Grandma will get you your money back. And Grandma got his money back. So we put that right in his savings account this morning. It's gonna, we transferred it over because it was on his debit card, so blah, blah, blah. We transferred it and all that. So he says, I'm glad I did that. So now he's looking for new cars. He's gonna go with Jim tomorrow night, I think, to go look for a car. So, Grandma, da 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 da, Grandma to the rescue, da 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 da, da 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 da. And I didn't even have to wear my cape. Okay, I wanted to acknowledge some people here. Debbie and Ron Roseberry. You know, my street that I was born on was Rosemary. Not Roseberry, but Rosemary. So it was kind of close. It was in Detroit. I remember my address, 14921 Rosemary. And the house is still standing. Of the whole neighborhood, I think there's only 3 houses left standing. And then the house that I moved on to when I first got married, the first house, 12522 Waltham, that house is gone too. And then I lived at, I'm noticing a pattern. All my houses, once I leave, they're gone. Anyway, Debbie and Ron Roseberry, back on subject, back on point. They call me Susie Q. because the first video they watched of mine, I was talking about my Suzy Q's. Oh, how I love my Suzy Q's. But I don't have my Suzy Q's anymore. They're just too many points, and they lead me astray. I'm not ready for them yet. I told them, it's not you, it's me. But we'll meet again someday. I know we will. I will. And then Core M wanted to know how I was able to, that it was a lot of work listing all of those, like the fats and the saturated fats and the calories and the sugars and the fibers and the proteins. If you have the Weight Watcher app, when you put something in to track it, if you just scroll down a little bit farther underneath where it says track this food, it lists all of the things there. It's got all the calories and all of that stuff. So it makes it that much easier. And I never realized if I scrolled a little bit farther, I would find it. So that's what makes it easier for me. And so the calorie counting makes it way easier. So that's it. Okay, now on to major acknowledgments. What I love about this channel is that you can point out my ignorance, and there's no other word for it because it was ignorance, on matters that I shouldn't, like my sister Denise says, I should use an edit button on. I've always taught my children, which was what I was taught, it's not what you say, it's how you say it that matters. You can say, have a nice day. Oh, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Yeah, right. Have a nice day. You know, you can just use that one phrase and you can see how you can turn that around and it doesn't convey your true meaning. Or maybe it does convey your true meaning now that I think about it. But anyway, Jim and I, most of our arguments are that he'll say something and I'll say to him, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Did that make sense? Anyway, but anyway, what I love about this channel is that you can point out something that I might have wrong. And see how easy that word came out of my mouth, because I was wrong. I don't like to admit when I'm wrong. We know that. And that word doesn't come out of my mouth very easily. But in this case, I was wrong. And you guys put me in place so nicely without attacking me, because I've watched other channels and I've read some of their comments, and the people viciously attack the person for having their opinion. Rather than point out their mistakes, they just go right to the attack mode. And you guys did not do that to me. And I so appreciate it. So, with not further ado, and in no particular order, Carla Johnson pointed out that sometimes people use the service because they don't want to do some impulse buying. Never thought of that. Honestly, I never thought of that. Dana Garza says she works 55 hours a week with her daycare, and then she's got to buy food and feed her family and her daycare people, or kids, 10 of them, I think she said. And so it's just more convenient for her to do it that way too. Never thought of it. Joan's Pointed Plate said she likes to do it because she works a lot of hours, and I know this for a fact because I see it on her videos. They play a lot of board games. She's very family involved, and it just gives her more time to spend with her family, because when she's at work she can go online on her break or her lunch break and order it, and then on her way home she can pick it up, and then she can go home and she's all done. Good point, Joan. Good point. iGeekling pointed out that back in my day, and I remember this too, you would give somebody a list and they would go to the store for you. My mother used to send us to Joe's TikTok Market, and she would give us a list and we'd have to go there and get what she had on the list and bring it back. And we had a neighbor that was elderly that my mother made us, she did, she made us because we were kids and we didn't really want to do it for free. But it was like a pay it forward type of thing, which I taught my children, because we had one neighbor that I would send my boys over to shovel the snow, cut the grass, and she'd always want to pay them. And I said, no, they can do that for you because they should just do that, just to do it. And it got to the point that when Jimmy got married and he lived in East Point, his neighbor Jack was elderly, and Jim would go over there faithfully and cut his grass and shovel his snow and never ask for anything in return. Made me proud. It makes me proud that my children still do that. Christy does it, Danny does it, they all do it. I just love it. So anyway, you're right. Judy Wallner said she doesn't like to go in, especially in the flu season, especially since she had some heart problems, a heart surgery, and she can't afford to get sick. Never thought of it. Wendy J. 7-Eleven said it gives job security to the people in the store, so now they have security doing their jobs, and they know that there's a job, an opening for them. Once again. Lainey's Life said she just doesn't have a car, and a lot of times it's just better to use that service with no car. I don't think of that because I have a car. But see, once again. And then some people, like if you live in New York City, you walk or take the subway everywhere. I guess it's a little bit of a issue that way too. I'm going to screw your name up. I don't know if it's Ines or Ines. I-N-E-S. Tearway. Said some people just can't handle seeing the food. I know some people have addictions to food, and that maybe it's a trigger food. Susie Q's. The bakery. For me, the bakery. I have a hard time walking past the bakery. You walk in the door, you smell the donuts, and so I understand that too. Jenny Dahlen, D-A-H-L-E-N, said a lot of the times the people are the handicapped, they're injured, or they're elderly. Duh. Why didn't I think of these things? Keeping It Positive said a lot of people just don't want to, there's a lot of single mothers, or single parents, because fathers are single too, single parents, and they just don't want to bring their kids, or they're just tired and they just don't want to deal with, like, I want this, I want that, I understand that too, because I've been shopping with children, so I know, I understand that too. And my favorite comment was from Pat Elts, because she had said something, and I forget exactly what she said, but basically summed up what everybody else did. And so then I apologized to her because I had noticed her comment after I had closed my video out yesterday, and I said, I wish I would have seen your comment sooner. I would have, included you in, because I talked what Debbie Weber had told me about it. And so she wrote back and she said not to worry, that she's a sensitive, delicate flower. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? So once again, I wanted to thank all of you for being so kind in your comments, not attacking me. You've pointed out a lot of good points to me, and I've really rethought the issue, and I realize now that it's not you, it's me. I am not mad at the people that use the service. I am mad at the store that don't show the same respect for the people that show up at the store as for the people that drive up to the store. If you're going to have 10 people working behind the deli counter, have 5 of them working for the people that are in the store, have 5 of them working for the online orders. I've never used an online order, but my understanding is that you do your order, you tell them what time you'd like to pick it up. If it's available at that time, they'll let you know. If not, they're going to give you a window that you're going to come. So let's say you want to pick it up at 5. They might say, well, we only have 5 people doing it today. Well, you can't pick it up till 5:30. I'm sure you wouldn't have a problem going at 5:30 to pick it up either. So my issue is not with the people that are driving up, picking up their groceries. My issue is with the people that run the business of the store, and they're not looking out for the customer that actually shows up. Because there's not even enough cash registers open too, because you have to scan your own groceries if you want to get out of there in any kind of time. But I know it's the way of the future. I can't help it. I am an old dog, but this is an old dog that's willing to learn new tricks. So, okay, I gotta go to Denise's house now and pick Denise up, because Denise is walking with us, but no Sophia. Sophia's not with me. Sophia's with her other grandma today. So I will see you guys when I get to Denise's house. It's even hotter today.
Yeah, it's starting out hotter, so this is scary.
I don't know that we're going to do the whole 2 miles because it's very muggy. Did you hear it thundering last night? Mm-hmm. Just before I went to bed. I was just getting ready to go to bed and start thundering and lightning.
Yeah. Oh. Kylie wasn't
enthused.
Correct.
I knew there was a better word, but we're going to use enthused.
It's a good word. But she's here.
We're going to get going.
Okay, bye.
Bye. There they are.
Anxiously waiting to go.
One's a walker, the other's reluctant. The reluctant walker and friend. Well, we did the whole 2 miles.
Surprising.
But we wish there was more trees on our road.
Like this where we're standing in the shade.
Because this is nice.
If it was this, well, we wouldn't walk anymore. I'm sweating hot.
I might have walked another half mile, but...
You had a bug there. Yeah. But we did it.
Tomorrow we're going to walk earlier because it's supposed to be really muggy tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Friday she's found us a new walk.
People in our area, there's a women's group, and I joined it like on Facebook, and then they do like things, activities. So I said to Sandy,
She's
We'll
always
go.
trying to get me a friend. She got me a hobby,
number 2 now.
a paying hobby.
Yes, exactly. And so I said, this is a great way to go meet them without any kind of committal.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just go see what the crowd looks like.
Because we used to, when we were younger, we used to, like when we went places, us and my 2 sisters, and we would see somebody that we thought was our shape, and we would run up next to them, and we'd have
We
the
did
other
do
people
that,
take
you're
a
right.
video or a
We haven't
picture,
done that yet,
so we
but
could
of
compare
late.
ourselves.
We'll see
Because
about
I'd
that.
say, I think I'm that big. Oh
Yeah,
no,
well,
you're not. Go stand next to him. I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah.
And then we'd start talking to, hi, how are you? And
But
go,
this way we get to meet these ladies
yeah,
and determine whether we want to go on any of their activities, because we'll have the makeup of the group. Well,
Yes.
probably not the whole group, but some of them anyway. So
yes.
this is a good way to get in and get her a friend.
I don't need a friend. I got lots of friends. She doesn't. My friends are just. I got a pimple right there. It's driving. See, I'm a teenager at heart. My friends, I hook up with when I'm ready to hook up with them.
That doesn't sound good. Hookup is not the word you want.
Yes, it is.
No. You know what hookup means?
I know what it means, but we don't do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm an older lady. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'm back from my walk. I walked 2.1 miles because it's a tenth of a mile to Denise's house and back. It was very muggy. I talked so long at the beginning, so I'm going to end this video now. And then I'm going to do a what I ate video. I'll post that later on tonight, probably about 9:30. So stay tuned. I do have to go to Kroger's to do my grocery shopping. And just stay on plan today. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to eat. But give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. And once again, thank you for not being mean to me.